Hey everyone, I am excited to share that Next.js 15 is officially stable and ready for production. I know a lot of you have been waiting for more Next.js content, so in this video, I want to quickly walk through the key changes in this release and discuss what this means for the Next.js content on this channel. Before we dive in, I wanted to share something. About 70% of you watching aren't subscribed yet. I know subscribing is a personal choice, but these metrics really help me secure sponsorships, which in turn allows me to keep creating free educational content. If you found any of my tutorials helpful, I would be really grateful if you would consider subscribing. All right, back to Next.js 15. Let's start with what you need to know if you're upgrading. The biggest change is in caching behavior. Fetch requests, get route handlers, and client navigations are no longer cached by default. This was probably the most requested change in the app router, and this now gives you more explicit control over your caching strategy. The other breaking change is that request-specific APIs are now asynchronous. This affects cookies, headers, draft mode, search params, and params in your layout and pages. You will need to update your code to use async await. But don't worry about these breaking changes because Next.js 15 has made upgrading easier than ever with their new code mod CLI. Just run npx at next/codemod at canary upgrade latest. This will handle the dependency updates and guide you through any necessary code changes. The next change is React 19, and this is huge. Next.js 15 ships with React 19 support. For those of you using the app router, you will automatically be using React 19. But here's the cool part. If you're still using the Pages router, you can stay on React 18 while still getting all the Next.js 15 improvements. This is perfect if you're following my Pages router tutorial. On the developer experience side, Next.js 15 introduces a static route indicator. Think of it as a visual guide that shows you which routes are static or dynamic during development. A minor change, but it is a nice addition. For all the TypeScript fans, you can now use TypeScript for your Next.js config file. Just rename your next.config.js to next.config.ts. You'll get full type safety and auto-completion. No more guessing about configuration options. The final update I want to mention is a new next/form component that makes form handling much better with automatic prefetching, client-side navigation, and progressive enhancement. All right, let's talk about what this means for the content on this. My initial impression is that a good chunk of the videos I have already created are still relevant, but I will need to update some of them to reflect the breaking changes in the new caching behavior and async request-specific APIs. I'm going to figure out what is the best way to handle this in the coming weeks, but I am keen on understanding what you think as a viewer. So please leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. But that is my quick overview of what's new in Next.js 15. If you want to learn Next.js, make sure to check out my Next.js 14 playlist. The fundamentals are still the same, and I will be working on Next.js 15 specific videos pretty soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.